What's going on, everybody? My name is Romero, also known as Perda. What I want to do is kind of show you guys the behind the scenes of what I do when I'm really dropping these songs, and the ins and outs of how I get my music done, how I like to, you know, do the process. So this song that I'm working on in this video, I I already had it scheduled to post for this December, and a couple nights ago I was, you know, let's just say I was partying, just to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Just to say the least. I don't want to say too much, okay? But your boy was partying, all right? I like to party, okay? When I was home, I was laying in bed and I was thinking about it, and I was just like, man, I've there's been many times where I've posted a song and I just I'm still not even comfortable with it, but the anxiety of like either feeling like time's running out and I need to post a song, or just the rush of it, just like, yeah, whatever, get it out, like, because of working on it for so long. Like I said, this song I've been working on for months. I've been working on it for months, just remixing, listening to it, not liking a certain part, re-recording a verse, redoing this part of the mix, upping the highs on here, dropping the lows, and or upping the lows and dropping the high. Like, it's just, I've done so many different things with this song. This song in particular. And so sometimes, you just, at least for me, I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'd rather the song be out than me just sit here with it for months on end and not get it out, because I have songs where I kept being like, I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna fix that, I'm gonna fix this, and then eventually you get to a point where song never even comes out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, so I was laying in bed and I'm like, you know what? I will not be comfortable with myself, and I will not be comfortable posting this song and promoting this song and wanting people to listen to this song if I really don't have it to the sound and the standard that I feel like it should be at. Cause honestly, in my mind, let me tell you something. I gotta zoom in on this one, just so you understand. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me get close. Get real close. All right. Let me tell you something. Okay. This song right here. This song right here. It's a it's a really good fucking song. All right. It's a really good song, and I believe it. I know. I I came in off of like when I started my music journey. I came in primarily being a hip hop guy. I wanted to be a rapper, everything like that. But as time progresses, you kind of lean into other things. You start to find different avenues and ways of making music and things that you enjoy. And through that time, I've kind of learned that a lot of my songs, a lot of my songs are just not that good. Either the mixing sounds bad, and the one thing is, I feel like my lyrics have always been to a certain level where it's like they're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, the lyrics are always, it's mostly the deliveries. The delivery of a track, or the delivery of a verse or a hook, for me has always been the harder part to get, because it'll sound one way in my head, and I'm sure any artist will tell you, you can get it to sound, you listen to the beat and you can hear the lyrics in your head perfectly the way they're supposed to sound. But as soon as you press record, man, it's like all that just goes right out the window. So it that's part of the reason why it takes me so long to get anything out, just because I'm, like I said, I'm holding myself to such a standard where I feel like my music should be here, but my music is like, in reality, it's probably somewhere around here, but in my mind, I'm telling myself it's down here. Like, I'm not anywhere near where I want to be in terms of like when people say, you got producers that'll be like, this a Travis Scott type song, or this a Kendrick Lamar style song. This is how Eminem makes a song. This is how this guy makes a song. And there's YouTubers that'll, like, even artists who their whole thing is like breaking down how to make a song based on somebody else. And eventually I need to be able to get to that point where my music, even if they're not the same genres of the songs, they all have the same kind of sound to them because it's me who's making them. So that's kind of the the goal that I have for myself of where I want to be when it comes to constantly making music. And so with this song, in my mind, I'm like, man, I I see so much potential for this song. Honestly, like if I can really get the mix somewhere where I can enjoy it, I think this song has the potential to do really, really good. And it might not be, and I don't know honestly because I'm still kind of old headed with it sometimes. But like I know nowadays TikTok is the thing. Everybody want to say TikTok, and this artist too. They say TikTok is the way to get your song to blow up. But and yeah, that's probably true. It's honestly I've seen it myself where people's songs have blown up. I've found people's songs myself, like artists that I've never heard before. I've found their music because of TikTok. And honestly, that's a whole I feel like that's a whole different conversation with TikTok and music and everything like that. But I want to make a song. The whole goal for me, honestly, is to make a song that I can enjoy and that can do something real good on like something like TikTok, a short formatted video or whatever. If somebody's only taking 10, 15 seconds of a song, maybe one verse or something, not even a verse, just a couple bars out that song and they're using it and everybody's constantly using it. That's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? So but also I want the song to do good through its entirety. Meaning like it'd be cool to have a song blow up on TikTok. If it's just 10 seconds, it's just 10 seconds, whatever. But if the song's only blowing up on TikTok, but like let's say on Spotify, Apple Music, all those platforms that it's not really matching, then it's like, all right, well I didn't really make a good song. I just made a good 10 seconds of a song. Most of my songs are like 3 minutes. So, I'm just trying to find my way of making that happen. And so with this song is where I feel like I really need to do that. There's so many times where I've let a song just get put out and I'm not happy with it at all. And honestly, when I listen back to them, part of me is like, part of me remembers where I was in life when I was when I dropped the song or whatever when the song came out. But then there's that little part of me in the back of my mind that goes, you should have did this different, you should have did that different. You messed up here. This delivery sucks here. Whatever, whatever. Maybe that word shouldn't have been in there. Maybe you should have took that out. Just different things. So I think it's time, and that's after I've been doing music for. I mean, shit. I've been writing my own music. Well, let me not say that completely because I've been writing music since I was 13, about 13, and over the time, obviously, you learn some things. You do anything for that. I'm 23 now, so it's been 10 years. Since I've been writing music. You do enough. You do something enough for that long, you're gonna get. You're gonna not even. I'm not even gonna say you're gonna get good at it, but you can learn some things. You know what I'm saying? You can get better. You might start down here and only end up right here, but I mean, it's who cares? Progress is progress. I think. Um, But yeah, so that's kind of the gist. I mean, I've been rambling for 10 minutes, but that's the gist. The whole point of this video is to get this song ready to post for next year because December's already over with. We're not posting in December. I do have a song out now called Cleopatra. I do like the song. And the way I said that, you could probably already tell I'm about to shit on it. I like the song. It's a good song. But once again, I rushed it. I wanted something out because it was pushing September, or it was pushing November, and I had nothing ready for November. So I got scared, and I thought, oh, if I don't post nothing, then nobody's gonna give a shit about me. In reality, I don't have that. Like, it's not like I have hundreds of monthly listeners or anything like that. So it's like I'm still technically real underground. Nobody really knows about my music like that. I've had a couple songs like hit 1,000, but nothing where I've really been like, oh my god, like this is it type shit. So I think fuck, I lost where I was going with that. I think with this song, basically, this one I'm not throwing it away. You Cleopatra, like I said, it's a good song. You want to go check it out, you can find it either in the YouTube playlist, or you can find it anywhere that you get your music: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google, whatever. Just search the name, you'll find me. I'm the only one. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other rapper or artist ever gonna say they got my name, and that's the one thing I take pride in. Even though it's a weird ass name, I don't care. You gonna remember it. You gonna remember it. So, without further ado, we're gonna get this started. We're gonna start this up, and we gonna try and finally finish this song. Now, I did mess with it, just a couple things, and I don't exactly remember what all needs done with this song. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna play the song on my speaker right here, my, my speaker right here, and basically what I'll do is I'm gonna listen to the version that I already had that I was kind of critiquing already, and kind of go from there, because there wasn't too much that I didn't like, but my when I listen to it in like a car, it sounds completely different. And so what I noticed was my lows was too low. Like the bass and everything, you could almost hear where it's getting cut off and where it's getting boosted. So like the highest part of the bass, so like that boom, whenever the bass is hitting, the highest part of that is getting picked up, but that real low, like that little part of it was getting cut out, and I can show you how, but it was something that I intentionally did because I thought that it was gonna help balance the levels and everything, but in reality it really didn't. So um I went ahead and changed that, and so far I think it's all right. But then again, I don't know. So, and then also I've been listening to the lyrics, or at least like the delivery, and I still don't know if I like it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I still don't know if I like it. So, this is the song before I started messing with stuff again. This is what I had ready to put out. Verde sembri tu, luna che cominci già a spuntar, nel cielo pien di magico splendor, tu vieni ancora a farmi ricordar il mio perduto amor. It's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get what I can. Took her for granted, now I understand it. Got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent.
Damn, it's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, caught between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, these bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, dead shot aim at your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is saying. Hitting notes like Rihanna came. Girl suck and fuck when she hit a name. Feeling jolly, licking on my candy cane. This pain make you feel like a donor. The way you lose in plasma. This way put me in a coma. Woke up and had asthma. This girl killing me real slow. I guess that's why she a cancer. Wonder why I ain't on stage 4. Gotta still need answers. How about the sauna she giving me head? Slurp my noodle like a bowl of spaghetti. Body positive, how I'm keeping the fat. All fun and games till I'm left on red. Oh hell no, have you lost your mind? Crazy thought, this world is mine. This a story as old as time. Man that know how to follow the signs. Prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, caught between whips within walking distance just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Since I was a gent, everybody had some shit to say. Tell them get off my dick. When it stack my chips, now I got cards to play. Full house like a Tana kid. I did all she came, did the right thing, how she raised. But my look with the manners did. Let the world nitpick and change what became. Now my look, that man is dead. I can't admit it took a long time, but now I realize I see it with a clearer lens. I'm living life to realize. Man, if I actually tried, I could save real lives. They old me once had to die, maybe I should revive. It's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, caught between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, it's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, caught between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Hey, it's part of Lil Bitch.
Since this is my first video of some studio shit, should I redo that? I don't know if I want to cuss in these videos, because I feel like I'm not being me if I ain't cussing. And I don't care if YouTube doesn't want to pay me, because what I hear all the time is YouTube don't even pay that much. So neither does Spotify, neither does any of these. When you're not really like getting views like that, it don't really fucking matter regardless. So, anyways, since we're since we're talking studio shit, I want to give a quick shout out to my uncle Jaime. This was the first ever mic. This is the only mic I've ever owned. To be honest, I haven't owned another mic, and he bought me this. Man, I don't even know. It's a Samson G-Track Pro. I want to say, man, I think I was around 17. I want to say 17. You know, he told me, he said, yeah, I got this mic for a deal and whatever. He said, he gave it to me. He said, now when you make it big, don't forget about me, or something like that. And it always stuck with me. So quick shout out to Jaime. That's my uncle right there. If anybody knows how to fix this issue where I can make it smaller, leave a comment down below. I've been making my own songs for about 4 years, 5 years, 4 years, something like that. Since I was 18, 23, do the math. But before that, I was going to my local library, and they was doing it for me. So I don't know all the tricks and trades of like the actual computer stuff. Like I said, I'm like kind of an old man now, so you know, there's some things technology wise that, even though this is my generation of technology and all that shit, I like to think that I grew up a little 90s, more like 90s stuff rather than you know, my actual generation. It's so insane the way my sick is saying. He done off like Rihanna can. You might just not leave a dent. These bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, that shot aim at your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is saying. He done off like Rihanna.
around the cane. Girl sucking fuck when she hear the name. Feeling jolly, licking on my candy cane. This pain make you feel like a donor, the way you lose and plasma. This way put me in a coma. Woke up and had asthma. This girl killing me real slow. I guess that's why she a cancer. Wonder why I ain't on stage 4. Gotta still need answers. How about the sauna she giving me head? Slurp my noodle like a bowl of spaghetti. Body positive, I'm keeping the fat. All fun and games till I'm left on.
In case you guys are wondering why I'm looking at this screen instead of this one, I got over on my actual computer, I have this open. It's just too much clutter if I got it all here, so I keep it over here. Basically all I'm doing is I'm just when I play, so let me just show y'all. So right now I have Ozone 11, which is basically the mastering portion of all of this. I have Ozone 11 turned off right now because I actually barely started doing this too. When I mix, basically what I'm doing is I want to make sure that the tonal balance is where it should be during the mix, and then when I master it, in my mind, the logic I think is if it's already balanced, just straight mix, no master, then once I master it, then it shouldn't be that much more complicated to get it where it needs to be. Trying to get this to a point where you hear the clearest of my voice, but also letting some of those, there's like, what I'm starting to notice, at least from mixing myself, there's certain frequencies of my voice where it's very prominent, and like when I enunciate certain words or say certain vowels and stuff at those frequencies, that's where it really shines. And then obviously there's other frequencies where it's like either that raspiness, because I smoke, so you know I still got some raspiness to my voice, and just stuff like that where it's a little scratchy and stuff. Try to cut those parts out.
This girl killing me real slow. I guess that's why she a cancer. Wonder why I ain't on stage 4. Gotta still need answers. How about the sauna she giving me head? Slurp my noodle like a bowl of spaghetti. Body positive, I'm keeping the fat. All fun and games till I'm left on red. Oh hell no, if you lost your mind.
There we go.
These bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, that shot ain't match your brain.
So look, I'm gonna show y'all too. Let's take this off. So, just to give an example, let's turn it off. We'll turn off Nectar, and we'll just play this and show you how. So I could show you how it sounds when you don't have everything mixed and when you don't got everything tonally balanced.
These bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, that shot ain't match your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is sang. Hit the notes like Rihanna Kane. Girl sucking fuck when she hear the name. Feeling jolly, licking on my candy cane. This pain make it.
Now, obviously, this isn't just my vocals. What it's doing is it's taking the beat and my vocals, and it's showing all together where it's at. So when I play it, you can see the lows are pretty high, and then the highs, well, the high mid is kind of low, and then the high is real high. And that's just from the beat not being mastered, or not mastered, but the beat being louder than the vocals because the vocals aren't mixed. So we turn this on now that I've done what I've done to it.
These bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, that shot ain't match your brain. Boy, this is my.
Starts to balance out.
These bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, that shot ain't match your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is sang. Hitting notes like Rihanna Kane. Girl sucking fuck when she hear the name. Feeling jolly, licking on my candy cane. This pain make you feel like a donor, the way you lose and plasma. This way put me in a coma. Woke up and had asthma. This girl killing me real slow. I guess that's why she a cancer. Wonder why I ain't on stage 4. Gotta still need answers. How about the sauna she giving me head? Slurp my noodle like a bowl of spaghetti. Body positive, I'm keeping the fat. All fun engaged till I'm left on red. Oh, hell no, if you lost your mind, crazy thought, this world is mine. This a story as old as time. Man that know how to follow the signs. Prophecy, not with the policies, honestly, I can't. These bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, dead shot, these bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, dead shot, match your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is saying. Hitting notes like Rihanna came. Girl suck and fuck when she hear the name. Feeling jolly licking on my candy cane. This pain make you feel like a donor the way you lose and plasma. This way put me in a coma. Woke up and had asthma. This girl killing me real slow. I guess that's why she a cancer. What do I ain't on stage 4? Gotta still need answers. How about the sauna she giving me head? Strike with all your might just to not leave a dead. It's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me. Call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. These bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, dead shot, match your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is saying. Head off my dick. When it stack my chips, now I got cause. Life good at stalling me. Call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. It's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me. Call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Life good at stalling me. Call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. It's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me. Call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand. They got 43.
Let me do a little quick explanation real quick just to show y'all how I'm starting to do things. So usually I typically like to do 2 EQs when I'm using Nectar. I always use 2 EQs with any of the main vocals that I have. And so this first one, what I started doing, now like I said, some of these things that I do now, I wasn't even doing 2 weeks ago. So what I'm starting to do now is I started using this EQ1, the first EQ. I'm using that to kind of cut out any of the sharpness, anything that's, you know, if something in the lows is too high, like I said, if it's too raspy in the lows, if I hit a certain vowel or something and it just sounds too much in the highs, that's kind of what this is for. I'm kind of just trying to cut out any of the harsh frequencies and just get it to a level where it's closer to how my voice sounds to me, basically. And then EQ2, we're using it for partially just to kind of, again, bring those low mids down a little bit. But as you can see, I just raised them up a little bit because I raised up the highs and I'm not necessarily going to raise the lows, but I don't want to have them too quiet because one, to me, it kind of gives that low frequency, like a tube effect that I don't like. And also, it just makes the highs sound too high. So if I make the lows a little less quiet, I guess technically is the term. If I make them less quiet, then to me, I feel like it blends in with this being a little higher. And so
life good at stalling me. Call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. It's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me. Call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent.
And that's why I'm raising it here because, like I said, the high mids, they're lower than where most of the stuff is. So like if we take this off real quick, bring this over, we'll just play. So you can see the low mids are kind of a little higher than they should be, which is fine. The highs is in a good place. It's just that high mid. It's a little lower.
Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand.
And like I said, that's fine. It's just I want to try to get it. I want to try to get everything as close to the, you know, light blue little lines as possible. And if I have to, I can always go into here. This kind of gives me a more accurate idea of where exactly things are going. So
Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after pay.
It shows me exactly everything. So like around 200 to 300, it's very low. Around 1,000, it gets a little too high. So that's.
Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand it.
And I think if I go into the hook around 1,000 and I bring it down a little bit. Let's go fit 11.5. Turn it down 4.
Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might.
Now you see the difference. It's not peaking up here no more. So around 200-300, it's real low. So we'll see 100 about right here. I think what we'll do, this is EQ2, right? I think what we'll do, since it's real low, I'll kind of.
Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, it's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips.
This is the cool thing about the tonal balance too, is I kind of don't use this too much, but you're able to mess with the actual EQs themselves in the tonal balance. I don't know what you call this, effect. I don't know. But like I said, I don't use it too much, but it honestly is very helpful when I do use it.
Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, it's prophecy, not what the policies. I'm within walking distance just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, since I was a jet, everybody had some shit to say. Tell them get off my dick. When it stacked my chips, now I got cards to play. Full house like a tanner kid. I did all she came, did the right thing, how she raised. But my look with the manners did. Let the world nitpick and change what became. Now my look, that man is dead. I come quick like Novocaine. It's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, it's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, these bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. It's prophecy, not what. I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, it's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand they got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, these bars are the only thing that I'm the pain.
All right, now I think the mix is good. I think I'm going to turn on ozone, and we're just going to see what happens. Because honestly, I don't know. Alright, yeah. So that's happened. Let me see.
Make you feel like a donor the way you lose and plasma. This way put me in a coma. Woke up in This girl killing me real slow. I guess that's why she a cancel. Wonder why I ain't no stage four. Gotta stay on the answers. How about the sauna she giving me head? Slurp my noodle like a bowl of spaghetti. Body positive, I'm keeping the fat. All fun and games till I'm left on red. Oh hell no, if you lost your mind, crazy thought, this world is mine. This a story as old as time. Man that know how to follow the sign.
So I think if I just do this, one minor adjustment, and that is this. Actually gonna turn this up.
You suckers lame, that shot ain't match your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is saying. Hitting notes like Rihanna came. Girl suck and fuck when she had a name. Feeling jolly licking on my candy cane. This pain make you feel like a donor. The way you lose and plasma. This way put me in a coma. Woke up and had asthma.
Once, usually my problem when I get to the mastering portion of all this, my biggest problem for most of the time that I've been doing my own music, as far as mix and mastering goes, my biggest problem has been either the song sounding too compressed or the lows being way too high, which usually go hand in hand. For the first time ever, I'm running into the issue where, just close this down real quick, the dynamics, when we're talking about this right here, the tonal balance, the dynamics, this right here is your, I don't know what to call it, but I just call it the dynamic meter. So if we're right here, you know what I'm saying, if we're getting this little circle to be anywhere near here, low end frequency may be too dynamic. Do I know what that means? No, I do not. This may be too compressed. So I can guess probably that means the lows kind of have too much, you know what I'm saying, too much body to them. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm struggling to figure out is why I have the dynamic set and the gain from this right here is all the bass. For whatever reason, I keep turning this up. And the tonal balance in the low areas, it's not coming up at all. So like it'll stay here, but it won't go any higher. And when it comes to the bass, the lows, the real lows, I can, you know what I'm saying, I'm all right with having a little bit of leeway. It don't have to be perfectly in that little light blue strip. You know, I'd rather it kind of, not so like from that blue line, I'd rather it be in this area rather than this area. You know what I mean? I'd rather it be a little higher than normal rather than a little bit lower. But still maintaining that that midway point. So I think what I might do is actually turn this up a bit more. Right?
You suckers lame, that shot ain't match your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is saying. Hitting notes like Rihanna came. It's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between webs, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand it. Got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Hey. It's got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, it's prophecy, not what the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between webs, try to find rides just to get where I get. Took her for granted, now I understand. They got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, these bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, that shot ain't match your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is saying. Hitting notes like Rihanna came. Girl suck and fuck when she had a name. Feeling jolly licking on my candy cane.
I think, by George, I think we got it. Or whatever the saying is. Alright, so once again, I'm going to do this where you guys are able to see what I'm looking at when I'm looking at this screen. Because I don't exactly know. Well, actually, hold on. Let me try something real quick. I want to go around 11. Look, I'm going to say this now. Alright. When I was first getting into like learning how to mix and master, meaning when I was still going to the library getting my stuff done, and I would ask questions, and everything. The universal like understanding is that when it comes to loudness levels nowadays, most people, well, they say most people usually keep their songs around negative 14 LUFs. Don't ask me what LUFs actually stands for because I have no idea. But me personally, if I'm gonna be honest, peak we want at -1, and then I don't even know what LRA is. We're just gonna leave that. All right, now we're gonna listen to it, see what's going on. Let's refresh this. Refresh this. Now we're gonna give it one more listen with the headphones, and then I'm gonna end it here if it sounds good. And then I'll listen to it again on my speaker I got up here. And like I said, if I don't like it, if I still don't like it, then we'll have to turn this into a two-parter. Because here's the thing. Here's what I'm not gonna do. I'm done posting songs that I'm not happy with. Alright, so I'm not posting this song until I feel like there is literally nothing else I could do to make it sound better. And me being me, there's always something you could do to make something sound better. So we gotta find that thin line of like, maybe it could sound better, but also I know my capabilities type shit. So we're gonna give it one more listen. I think this is a very strong statement, but I think that it's done. I think it's done. So we're gonna listen. We're gonna look, basically only looking at these two things here because everything else does not matter. We're going to see if it sounds good on these here headphones, and if it does, we're gonna end it off here. If it doesn't, this will have to be a little series, I guess. Maybe I'll have to keep making videos about this song until I actually get it to a good place. But as of right now, we're just going to give it a listen. We're going to see how everything is looking with the levels. And then after that, I'll end it here. And I will play it on the speaker so that I could see if everything really blends in together. So let's go ahead for the last time. Set in stone. Here we go.
Verde sembri tu, luna che cominci già a spuntar, nel cielo pien di magico splendor, tu vieni ancora a farmi ricordar il mio perduto amor.
It's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I can. Took them for granted, now I understand it. Got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, it's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I can. Took them for granted, now I understand it. Got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. These bars are the only thing that I'm the pain. So I'm quick like Novocaine. You suckers lame, that shot ain't match your brain. Boy, this is my domain. It's so insane the way my sick is sang. Hitting notes like Rihanna came. No girl suck and fuck when she had a name. Feeling jolly licking on my candy cane. This pain make you feel like a donor. The way you lose and plasma. This way put me in a coma. Woke up and had asthma. This girl killing me real slow. I guess that's why she a cancer. What do I know? Stage 4. Gotta still need answers. How about the sauna she giving me head? Slurp my noodle like a bowl of spaghetti. Body positive, I'm keeping the fat. All fun and games till I'm left on red. Oh hell no, if you lost your mind. Crazy thought, this world is mine. This a story as old as time. Man that know how to follow the signs. Prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me. Caught between whips within walking distance just to get where I get. Took them for granted, now I understand it. Got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Since I was a jet, everybody had some shit to say, tell them get off my dick. When it stacked my chips, now I got cards to play. Full house like a tenor kid. I did all she came, did the right thing, how she raised. But my look what the man is dead. Let the world nitpick and change what became. Now my look, that man is dead. I can't admit it took a long time, but now I realize I see it with a clearer lens. I'm living life through real eyes. Man, if I actually tried, I could save real lives. They owe me once had to die, maybe I should revive. It's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, try to find rides just to get where I get. Took it for granted, now I understand it. Got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Damn, it's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took it for granted, now I understand it. Got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave a dent. Hey. It's prophecy, not with the policies. Honestly, I can't explain my intent. Life good at stalling me, call between whips, trying to find rides just to get where I get. Took it for granted, now I understand it. Got 43 cents after paying the rent. Yeah, I know what it's like to fight and strike with all your might just to not leave this way. Put me in a coma, woke up and had asthma. This girl killing me real slow, I guess that's why she a cancer. Wonder why I ain't on stage 4, gotta still need answers. How about the sauna she giving me head? Slurp my noodle like a bowl of spaghetti. Body positive, I'm keeping the fed. All fun and games till I'm left on red. Oh hell no, if you lost your mind, crazy thought, this world is mine. This a story as old as.
All right, time to mix it down. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end this one here. Once again, thank you so much if you tuned in today. I really appreciate it. And expect more of this. You know what I mean? For the most part, I'm doing a lot of studio stuff anyway, so I figure why should I not record some of it? You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm not that good at, showing my life on the internet. I make the music and stuff, and I talk about my life on there, but when it comes to, like, posting stuff on, like, Facebook or, like, Instagram or anything like that, I never was really, like, too into it. I never been like, hey, guys, look at this cheeseburger I just bought, or, like, anything like that. So this will be my way of being able to do that, because I could yap a little bit, and I could also give you guys content. So once again, appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Leave a comment if you like this. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any tips or tricks, if you're a musical person yourself, if you're a producer or anybody, you got a little bit of advice for your boy, feel free to leave it in the comments. And let me know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the song is done? Do you think it's not done? Just, do you think the song is ass? Like, say whatever. But yeah, other than that, guys, I appreciate you once again. I will see you in the next one, and be smooth.